Permitless carry to the cost of prescription drugs. Some new laws in Florida are set to take effect soon. WESH 2's Tonight Governor Geddes explains how some of the measures could impact you.
July 1st is just around the corner, which means Floridians will soon see new laws take effect. Among them is a law that will allow guns to be carried almost anywhere without a permit.
Slowly squeeze.
The state saw tons of debates over permitless carry of concealed firearms.
DeSantis just made Florida less safe.
He took Florida in a dangerous new direction.
Criminals, by definition, don't follow laws.
We're going to encourage our customers who are going to take advantage of this change that they take a gun safety course.
Guns will still be banned from Florida airports, courthouses, and other government buildings. People are responsible to educate themselves about safety.
When immigrant rights are under attack, what do?
Florida has seen passionate protests over immigration legislation. Governor Ron DeSantis signed what he calls one of the strongest anti-illegal immigration law in the country. Among several things, the state plans to fund transport of immigrants to other states and require hospitals to collect data if they serve immigrants. Private businesses with 25 or more employees will have to verify that their workers are allowed to work in the United States.
Whose schools? Our schools!
Expanding the so-called Don't Say Gay law is part of the reason why advocacy groups issued a Florida travel advisory for LGBTQ+ members. Just to name a few bills that were signed, HB 1069 will require school employees to address students by pronouns that match the student's sex. HB 1521 will require people to use a public restroom that aligns with their sex. Others to note, drug manufacturers will have to notify the state about significant price increases every year. The state is hoping it'll help lower prescription drug costs. The death penalty will get major changes. Unanimous jury recommendations will no longer be required, and capital punishment is in play for people convicted of child rape with aggravating factors. Florida State Guard will increase the number of members from 400 to 1,500. It's to provide more resources in case of emergency, such as a hurricane.
My son took his last breath on this ride, so it's heartbreaking.
It's a reminder. You know, your child fell 420 feet, crashed into the earth.
Florida lawmakers unanimously passed the Tyree Sampson Act. The 14-year-old fell to his death from a ride at Icon Park last year. Among new safety requirements, rides must include signs that address height, weight, health, and age restrictions. Ride operators will also have to pay for unannounced inspections and safety tests, and employees should expect new training requirements. In Orange County, Sanay Gabriel-Gerges, WESH 2 News.
And a 6-week abortion ban in Florida is still being challenged in court. That law will take effect only if the state's current 15-week ban is upheld by the Florida Supreme Court.